In the stream, you just hear this loud caw. You start the video, you hear the loud. Oh, wait, you don't hear that. Dang, that's not loud enough to be caught on the... Okay, that's neat. Anyway, we're gonna restart this, because, well... Why not? I can do that. I have the power. I have the ability to do what the freak I want. And no one can stop me. It's some game here.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through.
My dear friends.
Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested.
Yeah, I want a better start of this stream because, well, last time was kind of in that grumpy
He
mood.
doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me.
That's good. You won't learn about me from her.
I know, you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
Oh, my good ghost friend. My personal demon.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Where's my phone? Being really freaking loud. What should my message be? Train going. It
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope you will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Viktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw, Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
loony. Are there mods for this game? I thought I saw that at some point. What the? Wait a second. Wait a cotton picking second. Why'd you need those? Why would someone make them for this game? Like, it's a good game. But it's not one of those, yeah, let's make mods for this. For the games.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting, a guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
Sure, I'll get in.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Hoping for the better.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Let's check things first.
Gentlemen,
you're gonna talk
is
to these
this the
guys.
tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Okay, I don't care.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Nope. I don't like you guys. Yep, each skill has a speed.
Serves the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Oh, calling me a cripple. Great. Oh, I'm pretty freaking sickly.
Good
Pet
boy.
the dog. Let's check things around here first then. I'll read those soon. Actually, why not? Conclusions. Salutores. They have many names. When Latin was in fashion, a wise man called these creatures newcomers. In popular beliefs, they are sometimes called demons or angels, ghosts, or even deities. I don't know where they come from. They reflect the belief and superstition of people from different regions. Even though those people themselves cannot see them. Ah, okay. Oh, so they're actually traveling as well. They follow flaws. Like pride, gluttony, and all those other things. The other little things that are a part of a person. Someone's burden can be a thaumaturge treasure. A flaw is a lasting hidden beauty that is imprinted on a human soul by something traumatic or routine. Many people have them. I am not an exception. My inborn flaw is pride. A flaw of the heart dimension that I gifted to an Upier. Freaking no. Say their names. Those still untethered follow a flaw hidden in someone nearby. By confronting that person using the right arguments, I can bring out that flaw and then take it over, making a pact with the wild Salutor. Unite with it in theory. All my previous attempts have failed. It's like, yeah, I kind of suck at this right now because I'm just new to all this shit. Races. Catching it. Ah, yeah, his first thing just lives in there. Yeah, oh yeah, intent. We have a revolver in our thing. Paimon. Ah, fallen angels and such. So they are bound by word. 1 second. I heard a kathunk. I must check that out. It's probably a cat being really stupid. Sometimes happens around here. Where shoot? Yeah, gotta check on the resident Lardo. The giant, hubby cat that we have. Cats. Every now and then, because it's like... We're trying with them. Making it really freaking hard. You can't lose the weight. Meow. Come on! Come on, kitty! You gotta run! No. So I can change clothing in the future. Nice. We have these things. We also have newspapers, which will be handy to read later. Right now, to talk to Rasputin here.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Efimovich Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of.
Free experience
Find
points.
something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Let's take a look around. Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
That requires deed. Mind, deed, and word.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat. Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a Thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here.
Oh, hello.
I need to get out of here.
It's just going around.
What is this sound? Shackles?
You're blind.
You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
I can hear and see better than you can. You need glasses. What do you want, CD? What do you want, bird? Oh, you're just having a fun time where they're just ringing a bell. Ring ding 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 ding. Okay.
Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
I saw another here.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
He wants to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort.
Sweep.
You all right?
Sweep.
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out.
I want to do sweep.
It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Are you a person or a Pokemon? Who's that Pokemon? I want to do sweep. It's this bitch.
What do we have here? Thaumaturge never fails me. There is some...
Anything else around here that can help me?
have here?
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch! All these newcomers causing more problems.
Am I sensing?
There's another trace on as well. This shards over there. Domestic squabbles. Step.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away, you're attracting gawkers!
Not gawkers, a witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing here.
Nothing over there. Magical echolocation.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
Oh, great.
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Oh, great. I thought that would have ended him. I think I know what I was supposed to do, and I'm being a dumbass again. Oh, my stand!
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure. I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please, please.
I actually do snap where I do that. That's interesting. Time to talk to her
seem
then.
to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
A lot of people benefit from your wisdom. They're superstitious and timid, as far as I've been able to figure out. Easy to control, right?
Pot calling kettle. That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress and beard. Who takes advantage of who here? Bah! The people here are believers, of course. But the spirit in the village is real too.
Is this spirit you're talking about, not a person?
I heard it howling. That's nothing human. One evil spirit here persecutes people, and you can hear it now and then, sometimes. Tragedies attract it, and impure thoughts. We here call it a Vukovac.
But other places probably call it other things.
An evil spirit's an evil spirit. It torments people and turns their weaknesses against them.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
I'd say I'll believe it when I see it. And I'd ask, how else can I help you?
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam. Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
I'll be right back.
There's something around here that I need to check. I can make him feel the rest.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
So that's how you want to play.
Need some deed for that. Great.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
I see him. My Uber. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
It makes sense.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed, before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
I'm immune here to
Tragedies
what
such
I am
as
part
Vasily's
of.
death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a Salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Peaceful and happy village, not quite. The villagers are... yeah. There's something here just fucking with everything.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery. A horrible death.
This man died a painful death.
True fear.
Down here, it looks like. Over here.
I felt something. Where is it? Maybe I will try later. So much suffering. This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime.
Oof.
The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to it, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
Vesna.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
He's
But
much
not
stronger now.
counting the priest. He's still low.
Not anymore, I'm not.
No turn for you. Oof. Well, let's just finish you.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutars also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back.
He's like,
I have to visit someone in
freaking
the village
love
who can
this.
tell me more about what happened here.
I want one of these things. That looks cool. Yeah, I need to go back here for one thing. Stone strikes at the stone heavy. Ooh. That is not good. That person had a lot of hate. Just buried in them. We should talk to her first.
What do we have here?
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
And that tragedy at the Elder's farm, did it affect people badly?
Some less, others more. He was like an icon to some folk here.
But I found out he could be heavy-handed.
He was a drinker and a beater. So, some folk here don't miss him one bit. Have you got many more nosy questions?
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam. Let's take a look around.
I should talk to her some more then.
You've been going in so many...
You cursed him, didn't you? Vesna's father. You put some hex on him, right?
A spell. I help people, yes. Vesna had a problem with her father, and believes in curses, spells, and hexes. Is that all? Because, like I said, I don't want to waste time and die here gabbing with you.
Ooh, people became violent and full of aggression. With all that.
Vesna came here for help, didn't she? Vasily drank and beat her, and no one did anything about it. So you put that curse of yours on him.
I even went to talk to him. How did you know that?
I am a Thaumaturge.
You people's magic. That's something I've got no faith in.
Go on.
For me giving Vasily a piece of my mind, he took it out on Vesna.
And then her husband walked in and killed Vasily, and he's the one my salutor latched onto.
As for the second thing, could be. But it wasn't Luka that killed Vasily. It was Vesna.
Are you sure?
I was there. And until now, only two people knew what happened there. Vesna and me.
Don't be scared. I'll do my best to help you.
Then I think we have to talk to Vesna.
Yep, we gotta talk to Vesna. It actually did pull into this sort of thing, which will probably pull into a different scenario.
Please open up. There's no need to be afraid. Just open the door.
You're gonna wear yourself out banging a door like that. Can't you see nobody there?
I'm looking for Vesna. I have to speak to her.
Am I stopping you? Nobody there. I'm sure she went to see the hubby at work. Go bother them in the clearing instead of pounding on an empty house door.
Thank you.
We'll just teleport.
Again.
This time it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Vesna.
Do you still want to catch that salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Not much to think about here. If we can help Vesna, then get this nag quick to clearing like Mr. Shulsky asks.
We got the lay people with us. $800 number.
Vesna, child. We have to talk.
I'm not here to fight.
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
I know what you did.
You don't know what you're saying.
On the contrary, she's the one who brought the Book of Art here. She killed Vasily. When the wise woman's spell didn't have an effect, you decided to finish him off yourself, didn't you? You're the one who killed your father.
You have to keep
And
punching
I'd do it again if I
the
could.
claw hard to kick it, to get the thing to show up.
Get out of here!
Here you are, Book of Art. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Let's get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadow will weaken him. Okay. Gonna reduce focus even more. Allows you to enter the suffering state. States can have benign or potently. Ooh. Yeah, just gotta keep on burning that focus hard on him. Now he can hit it. Yeah, I need some health. Yeah, I kind of failed that because of... Let's check my upgrades anyway. Exactly what I wanted, actually. Health. And down. Yeah, it's healed a little bit. we go. You're mine now.
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
Oh, great.
Then kill me too. I was there. I saw everything. Vasily, Bach. You're big men now. But when he was beating Vesna for years, no one lifted a finger. Bah! Now you're all so brave against her. Go home, pray better, and leave her alone.
It's a good thing we brought her along. Ah, he's indeed. Don't want that because of a reaction. Reaction just happens.
Excuse me, sir.
Traveler.
Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Oh, God.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Are you fucking Bugs Bunny? Why do we have a fucking Bugs Bunny here? Bugzilla Bugni. Bugni. Check a few things. Good, good, good. We're at the back. Drink, because, again, going easy. One last. Wonder how much sauerkraut that guy ate whenever we got to Albuquerque.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
Oof.
Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
Just a bitch.
What do you intend to do now?
My last words are just a bitch at you.
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do.
I'm gonna
here.
follow you,
I
because
had
you're
a little
interesting.
time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor. Have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Your question sounded like a threat.
Because it is, for all of us. I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Ah, yes, he saw the start of World War I. But not Franz Ferdinand get shot. lot of sound.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw!
Just stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Let's check the news.
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation.
I think all
Remember
that
in
pomade
darkness,
just for
even a small
stalling.
spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Stalin? I don't remember. I know Stalin just did a lot of freaking raids and such. Wasn't the most quiet or subtle of the socialists.
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've gotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
Yeah, screw it.
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Warsaw, head of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I think we know where.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
I'ma stay with the horse. He's gonna stay at a brothel. He's gonna try and find a way to stay at one. We know anything about Rasputin. He threw really he threw some really crazy parties. Oh God. Just felt some issues here. Hmm. National Soldier was next attacked by, okay. Ooh. Hmm. It's a reaction cast, which is good.
When people unite, empires fall.
It's actually kind of true. Empires fall, or a new empire rises from the ashes of where people fall. Unite. It all depends on the number of things. Ah, wanted notice. I found a wanted poster. Thaumaturge! Trying to bring down the economy and thus take complete control over society. Oh, great. So, this is 40K. Our workdays are killing us. Join the strike. Yep, that'll work. Some brutality. Ah, it's a mini, okay. Find it funny how just reading gives me experience points. It's like, do I need to read anything special? No, just read a book. Reading Rainbow. I'm gonna fly across the sky. Oh, Grinch.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers.
Tsar Nikolai. Oh,
Russia
great,
has had enough
no.
bloodshed.
Oh
The
god,
violence
no.
must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here.
Nope.
That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
Also, it's a good idea to ask
Well,
questions
sir.
like that, because it does it.
The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None. Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me. Are you Polish?
I was born in Warsaw, but I'm lapsed. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa. Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
Oh, great.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samoobladanie, Poliaki. We want that rebel. The loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
That seems more like a job for the servants, young lady.
Go ahead. Look down. Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
It's true.
Can I explain it to you another time?
I'm going to take a look around.
Anything else around here? Before I cause some havoc? Go talk to the military
Pardon
people.
me, gentlemen. The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospodi will be home in November.
Gentlemen, please, forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
Back off, Polyak, or we'll start shooting. Paniatno, scrum. Dawaj.
Sergeant, I didn't want to do this, but my name is Viktor Shulsky.
Shulsky or Smolsky, I don't care.
Up!
We'll make an example of you for the rest of these bastards.
Up. Yep, you just, ooh. There we go. Removing my status ailment. And putting in his face suffering now. Disable that. Oh. I'm in a suffering state now. Great disabled. Let's just cause some more issues to focus. Ow. Well, I'm gonna heal all that.
Let us go.
Oof.
Name?
Shulski. Victor.
One of those Shulskis?
Yes.
My condolences. Now, profile.
Thank you.
What you pissing in the bucket for, asshole?
Where else am I supposed to?
Brown in the bucket, whiz on the wall.
You better remember that, too. That bucket's gonna last you guys till tomorrow.
Can I use the phone?
I wouldn't call you a master strategist.
You got away from the station, so theoretically, we achieved our goal.
You're not losing your sense of humor. I guess this isn't your first time in a place like this, is it?
Nope.
I spent a little time on the Rue de la Raquette in Paris.
It got demolished 5 years ago.
Oui. What about you? You seem to know your way around this setting. You been here often?
I'll take that as a compliment. And sure, sometimes, if the cause demands it.
What cause?
Let's say I know certain folks who'd find poles like you useful.
Dealers in stolen Dutch pomade?
Donut connoisseurs. They met at Burke Rotblitz's cafe.
What exactly do your friends do?
I'd be glad to tell you, over coffee and jam donuts.
I'm afraid all these screws might have more questions and want to keep you here longer.
Then you won't just miss out on the pastries, but also an adventure worthy of a great cause.
Shulsky!
I see you won't be hanging out here long either.
No. Unfortunately, this time the garter didn't hold and the bullets fell on.
What are you staring at, Ganef?
I don't know what that means.
Quit squealing. First time in the big city? Have some respect if you don't know who you're running your mouth at. What did they put such a swell in jail for?
I shot a couple of Russian soldiers when I think about the petitions.
I have moments like that sometimes.
And I gave it to some Ruskies in the kisser, too. There's this red-bearded fella sitting there. I glassed him in the face, then kicked him in the bean, and wham! On the floor. And I pinched his billfold, too.
Did anybody ask you? Shut your damn trap. Well, are you from somebody?
My name's Viktor Shulsky, and I work on my own behalf.
All right. Respect.
First of all, I am a Thaumaturge.
Now them I got respect for. I know one really decent Jew from Povishla who's a wizard too.
How about you? You got a foreskin or what?
Is my foreskin any of your fucking business?
Well, no. I was just...
Schmuck. But you don't look like much of a Warsaw lad.
You should not judge a book by its cover.
A tough guy, like a real Warsaw lad.
I was born here. Now I've come home.
Welcome to Warsaw.
Yeah, it's kind of crap right now.
Shulsky, this yours?
Yeah.
That's right.
Then take it and get out of here.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna question it too much because it's a fact of I might get I don't want to deal with these student call with these fucking idiots any longer. These foolish men. I actually like that, having agony now. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. We can move this thing. Old wound in agony. We don't want any. Oh, god damn. Wow. Is that just... Ooh. Collect as much information as possible. Orders. Okay, okay. Much experience points as possible. Does seem like you can collect a good deal of experience points pretty quickly. Much out here, it looks like. Let's go this way first. Can't get anything from that. Propaganda. Nothing over here. Nothing there. Ball card. Oh yeah, metaphor. New Game Plus is weird. I haven't gotten to it, just I know it's weird because I've checked it out and everything. It does not allow you to keep everything. It allows you to keep certain things, but you still have to earn them. It sucks. Just have to take a carriage to where I need to go. That helps. The way that it helps is I can just explore a bit and collect as much info, all experience possible. This is just a police station. And yep, we have explored every inch of this place, as much as possible. Well, except one little spot, I feel. We haven't explored the full front of the police station. And yee. I'm stuck behind stuff. There we go. Actually, thinking about it, I haven't walked over here either. I could just take a tram over there. Which seems more interesting. Yeah, I live in a place where there's not a lot of interesting stuff. Or things that I would consider interesting. Like, we got goats, sheep, and owls. I live in a country. We have pretty much, the only interesting things here are farm animals. Ooh, that's neat. And then the novelty wears off. Unless they're doing something really neat. Or acting like animals. In a weird, silly way. Like a horse that's pretending that it's dead. Because it likes to give its owner a heart attack. You know, the fun stuff. With owning animals, you too can suffer the wrath of, is it dead? Is it still alive? Gosh dang it. Ooh. Perfect. For sure. %60%. Ooh. Mental defense. Works for that, okay. Ah. And seed. What is that? Just feel like, ah, yes. Going around. Ah. There's one who broke. Let's
I'm
talk
sure
to
you
him.
don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences. Thank you. Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
I'm curious myself. I haven't had a chance to find out.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
I think I ought to arrest you, Thaumaturge.
Why?
I haven't done anything, officer. What's the problem?
I barely recognize you either. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another was 20 kilos ago.
Uncle Veronian?
Oh.
I will not keep you. The guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling Stasio. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Go on. We'll talk later.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly. Look at yourself. What happened?
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Yeah.
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago. After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth. The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 salutars. I'm sorry there are so many things I didn't get to say to your face. All those years, I said them over and over to myself in my head. How you were never able to admit a mistake. You never sought blame in yourself. Someone else was always guilty, never you. Mother, because she wanted something for herself in life. Ligia, because she wasn't born a boy. Me, because I was born a Thaumaturge, but I didn't want to live following your principles. And now... Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
Have you been eavesdropping like that for long?
All my life, I came to pay my respects to the dead. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it?
Yep.
Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
True. Please forgive me. I meant no harm. Again, my condolences.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Kaniechkin. Ivan Kaniechkin. Goodbye.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Great-grandmother Josefina, a Thaumaturge.
Huh. So leaning hard into pride is a good thing. Really good thing. Yeah, leaning hard into your flaws isn't the worst thing. That's good to know. We want these things just to have them there. Just to have them opened up.
Grandpa Nikodem, a Thaumaturge. I barely remember him.
So leaning harder into it grants me more dialogue choices as well over time due to the fact of being more prideful.
We can go.
But I shouldn't be too prideful.
The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
I suggest you leave. Otherwise, I'll overlook your womanhood and make sure you can never pronounce a single syllable correctly again.
You'd permit that to happen, Judge? Maybe I should write about this.
And who would let you print it?
Someday the press will get the Russian boot off its neck, Judge.
I'm afraid none of us will live to see the day, my dear. Come on, children. I'm sure my Petya is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Thank you, but if you don't mind, I'd prefer to spend some time alone.
Remember, we're waiting with the lawyer.
And look after yourself. It is not the city you remember anymore.
It's always the best to do that in some cases as well, because you gotta be a bit, nicer at times whenever you're around certain people that you want to be nice to. Maybe I should have been a little nicer to her in some cases. Then again, she was being a pain in the ass right there. Another ticket. I just want to collect as much EXP quickly as possible before going over to her. Because the future is always uncertain. Perception does help with acting stuff. Yeah, let's follow the marker now. Alright, there's a pickup thing over here. Nothing over here.
Young Mr. Shulsky, after all these years, goodness gracious, you're drenched!
Yep.
Good evening, Grażynka.
Evening. My, you're soaked. Come to the kitchen now. You can warm up by the stove. And that drunken judge, maybe you can drag him out too.
Where's my sister?
In the study, already waiting with the lawyer. She said you were running late. Should I make you some cocoa, master? It would warm you up a little.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts.
You.
Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Pietia! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
I will probably play this multiple times to get different endings and such, and different ways to get through the game.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stasios. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
Ooh. Lot down here.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We would meet in Stasia's study after every funeral we went to, and raise a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasio and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Ligia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive. What then? Am I drinking alone? I suppose there's no reason to bear grudges or be angry, is there? Stasio?
To an easy death.
Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Stasio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both. Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Yes, let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulski's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen. Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter Ligia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near the cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following. My collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Szulski, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulsky used it up until his death. Yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Ooh. Meaning it's disappeared?
That's not good.
Did Father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps. In all that confusion.
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
So that's where it is. I've seen this place. I'd rather not imagine what condition you found Father in there.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him, myself. I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
It was nice, but having a building drop on
Those might
him.
be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person, to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined Benedictus, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Aboritse, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
What do you intend to do?
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
Okay. And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock-taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
Makes sense.
As you wish. I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could.
Yep.
This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Nope.
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
And Mordechai Chayat? Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Nope.
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out...
All I can do is go up.
Forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Yeah, I want that. That seems resoundingly effective for me. Okay. One new Thaumaturge point. Yes. I'm gonna ask you
How do you
about
find
things.
your old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
You don't talk much, my good friend.
Where's Grażyna when I need her? Oh my, that sure is noisy. Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
I just discovered this
Grigori?
newfangled technology.
Yes.
It is the telephone.
Where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
How did you know I have a telephone at home?
Something's interrupting you, Victor. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw. If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes. 7 Powaskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powaskowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
I am loose.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye. I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
It's like, Victor's like, this goddamn crazy man calling me at 2 a.m. in the morning. Stuff to gather from that. That's nice. Since life is the most common fatal disease, well, to our health then.
Master Victor, let me guess. Have you come for some hot cocoa?
Yes, a cup of cocoa would do me good.
Help yourself. The pot is in the salon, along with some of your favorite cookies. It's been an age since we've seen one another. I'm glad you're back. Mistress Ligia is really struggling with everything.
Another time, Grażynka. I'll get out of your way.
Always ample work, but I can always snatch a moment for a chit-chat with you, Master.
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumyantseva.
Who is she? And what does Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court.
Ooh, great.
I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
Great!
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the creme de la creme of Warsaw. We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation. And I won't take no for an answer.
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
Is that an insult on my fabulous beard and mustache? What the hell are you two?
lost? Fuck. Don't try to be a hero, and it'll be alright. You're outnumbered.
Quantity doesn't always translate to quality.
Call the rest. We got one with a death wish.
Ah, perfect. More experience points. And I'm close to leveling up again. Let's put you in a bit of agony. You're already dead as it is. Well, your friend is. Anyway, it's nighttime for you. Fare thee well. Let's remove all my negative traits. And just end you.
Get off my lawn.
Get off, you lawn.
Victor? I heard a noise. Are you alright?
I'm fine. We've had a few unwelcome visitors.
Burglars? What's wrong with this town? I'll call Uncle.
Okay, you have fun of it.
There's no rush. I don't think they'll try to rob anyone anytime soon.
Let's check. Thing around here. Nope. Nothing new down there other than dust. Dust that's been there for ages. The reptilian bash. Oh, great. There's some cognac. Yes. Ah! Another place. Healers, and we don't really care to go there yet. I might as well. Wait a little bit longer. Yeah, those are cool that they have those sort of things around here. Little viewers. CD over there just having a shit fit. That's how she is. In the butt. Locked, 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 locked. Did it itch so much every time I pee? No, it's probably an issue, my friend. You probably
You're not from
have
around here, I can see.
a venereal disease.
Good evening. Is this a bad time?
It is a bad place, fancy boy. It is for the locals.
I got it. I'll see myself out.
Okay. Before we finally collect that, we should search everywhere else as well. No, we're not going in there. Oh, great.
Morano. Hello. Let's see what brought you here. I felt something. Where is it?
Hmm. Exposure increases damage taken by 5. Suffering can be quite useful. Great. It's stuck in my head.
I haven't been here in a while. What do you want to tell me, friend?
I'll be first. You'll see.
Slow down. You'll get your clothes all dirty.
He does not like being
That
ignored.
kid, it's me. My mother thought I'd lost my mind. So did Liga, I guess. And that, as we know, didn't happen until much later. I didn't remember that Aboritsa was there too. He must have been. After all, he'd laughed at me later for wetting my pants. It was my birthday. Was it then that you chose me?
Ooh. So many quests. Here. Ah. Romani stuff. Snuffed candles. Easel.
Please, step back. This is a crime scene.
I can see that. Am I wrong? Or does the deceased have no eyes?
Yeah, no eyes, alright. And why would there be? He's the fisherman's sixth victim.
The heck is
Hey, Rogurski, cut the chit-chat. And you, 3 steps back. Go on.
Is the fisherman some local criminal?
Get out of here while I'm still asking nicely.
Easy, I'm going now. I don't want to bother you.
Just what I need. A fucking throng of onlookers.
Felt the thing here.
Move a little to the left, will you? You are blocking my view.
What are you doing here? Drawing an illustration for a newspaper?
For myself, as a local artist. I'm Cayetan.
Do you specialize in still lives?
Yes. You might say that. Here in Povishla, nothing interesting's ever happened. But there you go. Murders with an artistic twist. Very inspiring material.
A corpse painter.
Povishla doesn't seem like a pleasant place to live.
Is life itself pleasant? I don't think so. Even those mutilated bodies, they have no eyes. As if the murderer tried to say there's nothing to see here.
So you're saying that nothing matters?
Exactly. Once, misfortune brought me to this river. I wanted to end my life. But the river wouldn't have me and threw me back on the bank. I decided to stay around.
I'll go now.
Mm-hmm. Should do a few more conclusions before I mess with some police officers again.
Any fish biting?
It doesn't matter. What do you want?
My name is Victor. I only wanted to ask what was going on here.
With those damn police? They are trying to catch the fisherman. And the fisherman is doing his bit.
Is it bad that they're doing their job?
And what for? Did anybody call them? Anybody complain?
What, do you think murder doesn't bother anyone?
Like there are never any murders in Povishla. Big deal. The river giveth and the river taketh away. We'll do fine. We don't need the police here.
Who's the fisherman?
The one who left the body on the beach. Stark naked, with pebbles in place of eyes, and a hook stuck in the roof of the mouth. Like a fish. That's what he always does. The police call him a serial killer. A dozen people he's snuffed out like that already. The son of a gun.
You sound like it doesn't bother you too much.
And what should it bother me for? If he kills, he kills. We are not to judge if that's good or bad. The river giveth, and the river taketh away. Yep.
And they can't catch the fisherman even though he continues to kill. Is that right?
He's smart, shrewd, not like those police fools. And everyone knows who he is.
How so?
Because, you see that guy on the beach who set up his easels in the sand and is painting? He's the fisherman. He paints all those bodies. He's always around the new ones. They even raided that hovel of his. Right, Edek? Yep.
And yet, he's still at large and keeps painting. So maybe he's not the fisherman after all.
Sure he is. Everyone says it's him. He's a weirdo, living like a hermit in that hovel. Nothing holds any value for him. So maybe he takes people's lives just for the hell of it.
Yep. And where is that hovel?
Go along the river and behind the workshop. Am I right, Edek?
Yep. Thank you, gentlemen. Happy fishing.
Yeah, right.
Nothing over here then. Let's follow things then.
Nice rugs. They smell like downtown.
What are you sniffing around here for, Outlander?
You'd better not get in my way when I'm working.
And what does a whelp like you dabble in?
Maybe he's the murderer. The young master was bored and came to Povishna for a taste of gore.
He'll taste it all right.
His own.
Okay. Annoying, I can only put one thing right there. Well, time to deal with you first. Be the one. You're the first one to it. Gonna make you all suffer a bit. Downed. Downed. Cigar. Quest is still around here then. It's not up, it's not down there anymore, it's up here. Ah, it continues drawing me down here.
Hey, you can't be here.
Cayetan doesn't allow it.
I don't like you, Sonny.
He's got nice shoes, though.
Let's get this over with.
Let's get this over with. Ow. And no more focus, it seems like. Great. hell sort of bullshit is that? They can just auto do that immediately after I do an attack. How the heck? What the heck? Okay, gonna hit you with that first. I'm gonna keep doing this to you then. Yeah, you're kind of bullshit right now. Okay, go confront him now.
Is the painting finished?
Nope. The police took the body before I could finish. But I'm sure something new will appear soon.
Can I ask you a question?
Whatever.
I think painting those bodies has become something very important to you.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
It seems it has given your life a new meaning.
Do you really think so?
Aren't you afraid you might be arrested? You're always the first one at the body. You painted. To me, you look like a murderer.
Me? Why? The bodies appear on their own. Besides, let the police worry about that.
If they catch the murderer, there will be no more dead bodies to pose.
Right. I hadn't thought about that. I don't understand.
It seems that while contemplating the lack of sense in life, you did find something you care about.
Right. But that doesn't make sense. Why is it that in trying to go with the flow, I end up paddling harder? Where did I go wrong?
Beautiful.
Queen of the Depths.
I wonder if you developed it when you tried to kill yourself, or if you had it before. It is your doubt, your resignation, your nihilism. It's time to free you from it.
Can you hear me? Take a step back from him.
What? What are you doing?
They're arresting me, that's what.
What are you arresting him for? Having strange interests? Have you got any proof?
We are arresting the prime suspect. Do not obstruct us.
Tell them what you told me. You are not the killer.
What difference does it make?
Pielevin, you know he's not the one.
What can I do? This case is taking too long anyway.
How are you going to sleep after this?
I'm going to booze it up till I fall asleep. Preferably in moonshine.
And now it starts to rain.
Get it away from me! I don't want to touch it.
Yellow belly.
Shut up! Hey, you! What do you want here?
What is that you're playing with?
It's a hook from a real dead man. A dead man's hook. Quiet, you dogs!
This hook is from the fisherman's victim, isn't it?
So what if it is? What's it to you? They've already caught the murderer.
What if I tell you that they didn't? That they caught the wrong man?
The fuck they did. Get lost! Unless we trade for it. Got anything interesting to barter with?
You'll give me the hook because I say so. It's not a toy.
Oi! Me attack! This flunky wants to show us his pecker in the bushes.
You perverted fuck! Touching children, is it? I'll give you a pounding that the dungeon can only dream of!
I thought the stupid hook, you fucking dipshit. Vulnerability, recovery, and... Can you? This. Dude. Dang it. I'm playing really stupid like usual. I'm playing kind of dumb right now. remove all his focus. Suffering. Cause more suffering on this guy. Yeah, shouldn't he be dead now? There you go, that guy's dead. Isn't he smoking dead? What the heck? Go. Yeah, you got suffering.
You sure showed them. Well, well. I admit that you know how to fight. At first, I took you for a police oath. But I was wrong.
How flattered I am by your compliments. I thank you most sincerely for them. And now, I would like to get this hook.
Well, after a fight like that, you earned it. Here.
Hey, what's this supposed to be? I mean...
Shut it! So what now?
Now I'll examine the hook and keep looking for other clues.
Piotrek's a lick spittle for the coppers.
Shut your mouths! Or you lose even more teeth. I'll help you. Come find me near Antiaja's brothel. We can resume the investigation there. Alright, enough of this. Let's leave this place.
Am I a magician or what? Am I a magician or what?
So then I tell him, stick that rubble up your ass. I've got my honor.
You sure are a canny lad.
Hello.
I'm on my break. Come back later.
I sent him Auntie Clara. We're doing an investigation together.
You're always up to something, Piotrush. What investigation?
What are we doing here?
What
They
do
know
you
everything.
mean? The aunties are the key to the world of information. They know and hear more than anyone else in Povishle.
Are you his actual aunt?
You really are a tourist. Of course they're not. But I prefer them to the real ones. They always help me somehow when I'm in trouble. They'll dress a wound, give me an apple, or a beer.
Or a beer.
Piotrush, nothing gets by you. You remember that lady's gloves? I said I liked them once, and he brought them to me the next day.
Well, just say the word.
What do you know about the fisherman?
All I know is he's in jail. Finally. This cursed place can breathe a little.
He's not in jail, though. We're looking for the real one.
Piotrush, is that the investigation you're playing?
What do you mean, playing? We're both dead serious and committed, Auntie.
You better watch out. You'll get in trouble.
What next, partner?
It's not over yet. Now, we split. You go grill the other aunties, and I'll see you later. After dark, some of them work here, and others in the streets. Remember to tell them I sent you. Piotrek Justa, that is. And ask better questions this time.
Watch him. If anything happens to him, it's your fault.
So that's how you want to play.
Yeah. People had fun. I had fun. I'll see you later. Onward, outward, and way. Onward, outward, and way, and way, and way. Stop because, well, it's 1 p.m. now, and I've been doing this since, like, early in the morning. Away for now.